relation to this project, The Lioness Tale, I wrote this book, The Lioness Tale, after about 10 years of working very closely with women in county jail and incarcerated women. And so it's basically the story that I heard about their lives, of inner, spiritual, emotional imprisonment, addiction, actual incarceration. And it's written into a story called The Lioness Tale. And so I wrote that 1990 something, got it published in 2005, I think, and took it into the Central California Women's Facility, which is the big women's prison in California, in 2010 to see if they would relate to the story, and built a program around it. And the report is that it's their story, so they really relate to the story. And we use the story as a springboard for them to enter their own stories, and then we introduce some skills such as the Enneagram, a personality development, Gestalt awareness practice, and basic mindfulness meditation centering practice, as a way to begin to work with the material that arises as people read the story. So I've been working in prison jails with women for over 30 years. Basically, I work with the lifers, so the whole kind of orientation of this program is if I was doing life in prison, what would I want? What kind of tools would I want to have available to myself to have a meaningful life right where I am? Yeah, so we've been just incredibly blessed and fortunate to have some amazing teachers want to come in and give of their time and skills and energy and expertise to this program. Chris Stewart Price, who's actually my teacher for over 20 years in Gestalt awareness practice, has come in quite a few times and has just enriched, what we're doing in there incredibly. Susan Olesic, who's gone on to create her own Enneagram Prison Project, has come in as a guest teacher. Dorothy Charles, who teaches relational Gestalt, has really been helpful with some of the interpersonal dynamics that come up, because in any group, you go through that kind of initial honeymoon period, and then after that, the conflict starts to happen. So how do we deal with conflict? Conflict isn't necessarily a negative thing; it's a moment of growth. But we need to learn how to deal with those moments constructively. So she's been really good. Chris Morey Jones, who's a Buddhist meditation teacher, came in and did some Buddhist meditation with us. And Katie Norman, who's a drama teacher, came in and did some voice work. And Andrea Juan, who's an amazing movement teacher, came in and just within a day took, some people who'd never moved or danced at all in their lives, and just took us by the end of the day into this beautiful, harmonious, self-organizing kind of beautiful movement.
They were able to be present and to be open to what I was teaching. They had so many skills, again, for the LiT-uP program, to understand their makeup, and they approached something new in such a grounded way. If just all the tools, I could really see them working it and hanging on to it and kind of organizing themselves around it and self-reflecting. So, it just seems to me these are the kinds of qualities I look for in my students.
It's incredible to sit in front of people who are really doing a courageous look at themselves, and it's uncomfortable, and it's kind of messy, and it's beautiful. This is the part where I struggle, and this is the part where I don't like what I see, and this is the part where I'm going to keep looking anyway. It's a beautiful amount of humanity.
They are an exceptional group of people, and it's clear that they've been working very hard on their personal development in the course of your program. I was enormously impressed with their generosity, their courage. They are just enormously brave individuals, brave human beings.
It's just a wonderful feeling to see them have this as their own. What it is to learn how to be both connected and vulnerable at the same time. They are working that edge that every human being works, and they're working it under circumstances that are a real test.
I was really amazed and excited by their ability to say yes to all of the proposals in the workshop, and I have rarely met that level of engagement from other actors or kids, let alone trying to propose this work to adults. It was really fun and exciting.
It was an amazing experience, and the women's openness to learning this here in this environment. This work is revolutionary, that it's happening in this prison, that there is another model, and that, how can we use the power that's invested here in supporting people and helping them heal and have choices.
Yeah, so we have brought in a group of people from the outside, mostly at this point from the Gestalt awareness community, students of Gestalt, who've come in and they've learned from the women. They've gone through the initial program with the women inside, the inmate facilitators. With the eye that we need to build an outside community who can also help sustain the program, both by giving support to the women inside, but also to help it move out of this one facility into other venues and other facilities, other county jails, prisons, juvenile hall facilities. I mean, the program is actually adaptable to very many kind of situations. My particular interest has been working with lifers, but it's not just a program that works with that population and works with many populations. So to train people, to have people from the outside come in and meet people on the inside, and to feel, that they've been brought into the program and initiated really by the women who know it best, the people who live it. And then, of course, the big issue is always funding. So to be able to find funding sources that will support people in helping the program grow beyond the Central California Women's Facility.